Hey guys, my name's Glenn and this is my channel BitGlen. It's a YouTube channel dedicated to me starting my cryptocurrency journey and how I'm progressing, and you guys can see that in real time. I've generally done a video every day. There have been some days I missed, but then some days I've done 2 videos. So generally, I've kept everyone up to date with everything that I'm doing. But today I'm just going to have a little look at the markets before I go to bed and also show you a new site that I've come across today. It's not a new site, it's been going for a while, but it's called GDax, and I'm going to show you my view of it and how my understanding of how it works, and maybe help you guys with your trading. So let's get into the markets first. So today Bitcoin sort of hovered around the 16 grand mark. It did dip below to back into the 15 grand thousand mark, but it went back up again. The biggest winner today though, which don't say that often, is Litecoin. Litecoin went up like 30%. At one point I think it went up to 130, I'm going to say $5, something like that. But it's sort of hovered around the 125, 130. But that's really good for Litecoin. Bearing in mind it was only $70 about, I don't know, a week or 2 ago. So really good news for Litecoin. That's the biggest mover today. Well, I say the biggest mover out of the top 10 anyway. Well, not even that. What am I trying to say? Who knows? Within the top 6, that one was the biggest sort of mover in terms of market cap. This one here called Neem, that was the biggest one, 139% gain at $0.57, so 57 cent. But obviously there is, I don't know, what is that? Is that 9 billion, 9 trillion? I don't know. There's a lot of them coins available. I don't actually know what Neem is, but I might have to have a little look into it because it's up and coming, and when at that sort of price you could buy quite a few coins, but that's just shot up massively today. The one that also has been moving quite a lot is Dash. The Koreans, I believe, love Dash. Don't know why. I don't know why they're obsessed about it, but the Koreans pump a lot of money into that. They're paying $826 per coin on their exchange, whereas overall, I believe that's how it works, we're paying about 731, so they're paying well over the odds for it. I don't know why, I don't know what's different about Dash to the others, but they love it, so that's good news. But anyway, main reason that you probably clicked on this video link today is I obviously have a Coinbase account, which if you are thinking of joining Coinbase, there is a little link down in my description. If you join it, if you deposit $100 worth of coin, whether that's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, you get $10 worth of free Bitcoin, and so do I. I receive it if you use my link. So it helps me out, also helps you out. There's no harm in doing it, but it's entirely up to you. But as well as using this Coinbase, I actually transfer the money. If I want to sort of buy or sell things, between the currencies, I normally have to transfer this. I go to my account and I go send, and I transfer the money to my desktop wallet called Exodus, which is this wallet here. And between this, I can exchange money between one coin to another. So if I currently have, well, let's say Litecoin, and I want to transfer it to Bitcoin, I can do that. I can put in here how much in British pounds, or in, I suppose, in dollars if you're from America. So in British pounds, it's saying that would equivalent to 0.1 of a coin. And if I was to transfer that over, I will actually receive in the other currency £9.77. So it actually cost me 28p to do that transaction, so pretty good. Litecoin fees are a lot lower than Bitcoin. Just to give you an example, if I was to transfer Bitcoin, £10 worth of Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, oh, I've said that, and Bitcoin's shown me up. Let's try. There you go. That's more like the figures I'm used to seeing. Bitcoin to Ethereum, so to transfer £10 it would cost more like £3.70, which obviously is a massive amount really. But anyway, someone mentioned to me that there's another way of doing it through GDax, and to be honest I went on GDax and it completely threw me off. So I watched some videos about it. It's taken me a day or two to get my head around it. Not that I'm an expert in it in any way, but I've joined up with GDax, and what I didn't realise is GDax and Coinbase are essentially I believe the same site, but it's like their back end. When you're looking at the Coinbase interface, obviously it's quite basic and very easily laid out, easy to follow through. The GDax, which is this one here, this is the back end stuff, so this is what's happening behind the scenes that we don't see. And if you join up with GDax, you can actually join in with that. That's my understanding of it. Please correct me down below if you feel that I've explained that completely wrong. But with this, you're able to actually buy and sell the coins, and you can sort of buy or sell on depending on whether they're up or down or not. Now, it's very hard to do that with Exodus, because when you actually exchange money, so if I just show you an example, if I was to actually click exchange on that right now, it takes sometimes 40 minutes, hour, 2 hours to actually process that whole thing, because obviously Exodus take their cut somewhere, it has to go from one blockchain to another, and to actually get the money back into your account here, that does take a little while. You have to wait for it and keep refreshing the page. By that point, obviously the prices can go up or down, and you might think, oh, actually I wish I didn't do that. This seems to be more not instant but pretty fast. So you can see up the top here, so I've signed up to this website, and because it's so heavily tied in with Coinbase, as soon as I click sign up, I think I typed in my email address and that's it, it logged me in, and it had everything that my Coinbase account had. It obviously synced the two together. And from this, up the top here, I'll sort of explain what my thoughts are on this in a second. But in the top left corner here, you can see that you can actually pick what exchanges you want to do. So you've got Bitcoin to US dollar, Bitcoin to Euro, Bitcoin to British pounds, obviously that's the one I'm keen on. Then you've got Ethereum to US dollar, Ethereum to Bitcoin, and Ethereum to Euro. So it hasn't got the British pounds one. And when I click on, say, Ethereum to US dollar, it says Ethereum to US dollar trading is not yet available in your region. So I only have access to the British pounds, which makes sense, and coin to coin. So if I go to, say, Ethereum to Bitcoin, I've got access to that. If I go to Litecoin to Bitcoin, I have access to that. If I go to Litecoin to US dollar, no access. Wah, wah, wah. Let's have a look at Euro actually. Does it let me do Euro? Oh, it lets me do Euro. So really, I just haven't got access to the US dollar exchanges. So you decide what it is you want to trade. So today I've been trying out Litecoin to Bitcoin. So I haven't actually put any of my own real money, if you like, into this. I've just transferred some money from my Exodus wallet. From here, I transferred £50, and I've just been sort of trading to and from, just literally trying it out. So really, I'm playing with £50. I've seen trades on here for as little as, they must have been pence. You know, I've seen like 0.00003 of a Bitcoin. You know, so yeah, if you want to sort of jump in and have a play about with this with like a tenner or something like that, then go for it. Well, it's up to you. Don't do what I say. So anyway, we've got our two currencies up the top here, and you can either buy or sell. So if you buy, it comes up in green, you're buying Bitcoin, or you can sell, which means you're selling off your Litecoin. You click place order, and it tells you here what you would get for that amount. It's got a limit here. I'm not too sure what that is. I believe that's, you can set a limit to, say if Litecoin dropped off the end of the earth and I said, well, actually, you know, if Litecoin hits here, I want all my Litecoin to sell. I think you can automatically do it, which is good, because at the minute I'm going to bed at night and I've got so much in my Exodus wallet, I wake up and it's completely different because the markets change obviously in my 8 hours of sleep, or 6, which is more likely. And then it's got stop as well. Not too sure. I haven't got that far ahead yet. This is just a basic, view of GDax as it is. So anyway, let's say I want to trade my Litecoin. So you can see at the top here I've got 0.535. So let's try that. So 0.535. It tells me if I was to transfer that now, or sell it, sorry, I would receive 0.0041 of a Bitcoin. So what you can do, that brings me over to this chart here. This chart is, obviously there's more complexities into it, but it's, to me, it comes across quite easy to understand. This is called a candle chart. And the reason it's candles is because they look like candles and that looks like the little wicks standing up. And what happens is you can either set it to 1 day, 6 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or 1 minute. So I've been looking at the 1 minute one. So every 1 minute, one of these little cubes gets made, like generated. And in that 1 minute, if the price or the exchange goes up, it turns into a little green box that goes up. If it decreases, then it goes red and goes down. And wherever this one ends, then the next one starts, I believe. That's not a very good example there because that one isn't in line with that one. But the next one starts and then that goes up or down. So then you have this trend of whether they went up or down within that space of 1 minute. Now what this means you can do is you can go to, let's go to the 5 minute one. You can see here that between Litecoin and Bitcoin, the price sort of went up at one point, up to 0.008 of a Bitcoin, and then it's gone down, it's gone up slightly again, and then it's just gone down, 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 down. So then if you was looking at this chart, you could say, right, well, that's dropped down quite a bit. I might buy here because you bought it at the lowest point and then wait for it to go back up again. And then you could sell again. Now, if I show you, let's just do a transaction actually. So what's it at now? Let's do 0.1 of a Litecoin. Now that's saying I'd get 0.00078 of a Bitcoin, okay? So we're going to sell order. Now what happens is it goes down into this bottom tray which says open orders. So these are my orders that I've put on the market. It says there that I put it on there seconds ago, and then it'll come up saying either filled or unfilled. So we'll see if that gets filled, and then essentially that means someone else has bought on these order books here. You can see on the side in red you've got all the people that are trying to sell orders and people that are buying, and the difference between this bottom one and this top one is this amount here. So that's the difference between them. So you can see how far apart they are between people that want to sell it and people that want to buy it, and that's called the spread. Look at me, check me out with the technical terms. You can see here all these numbers are changing. That's because orders are getting taken and getting replaced with other orders. Some of them only get partially filled, and then others get fully filled. So, you know, you might have someone who wants to sell Bitcoin at a certain price, only half of them get filled or something like that. I think that's how it works. So there are all the orders going on, and then once they are actually fulfilled, I believe this one here is the trade history. So you can view at what time all the trades took place, and I believe this is for everyone. So this isn't just obviously mine. I haven't traded that many, trust me. But yeah, it's just a really good little insight into GDax, because when you actually sell these orders, they're, as far as I can tell, either very, very low fees or none at all. So I'd have to double check that. But if I was to transfer this from Exodus, obviously, one, I get charged a fee to transfer the money from Coinbase into Exodus, because you can't buy currency or coins with Exodus. You have to buy them with a place like Coinbase first, then transfer the money to Exodus, and then start exchanging them. And obviously that you're paying to transfer the money firstly from one website to another, then you're paying money to transfer it from one coin to another. So you've already lost out potentially, you know, I don't know, like the other day I lost out on about 40 quid just because that's the way I did it. Whereas this, you could buy the currency on, say, Coinbase. Because Coinbase and GDax are essentially the same company, so you can see here when I've transferred money, it's come up with this little symbol here. That means you've transferred it to GDax. So when you go to deposit, it actually automatically draws from your Coinbase. So I've got nothing, but because I've done it all earlier. But if I had, say, 0.1 of a Litecoin in there, I could click on that and I could type in here 0.1, and literally it's in there like almost instant. And then you just click deposit funds. So you're literally transferring it from here to here. Very little fees, if not any. Then I can sell. Oh, so you say, oh, we've missed it now. So my order sold. So you can see up the top here now, instead of having 0.5 of a Litecoin, I've now got 0.0009 of a Bitcoin. And I haven't paid anything out, I believe. If there is a fee, which I did have a look at there you go, my fees. So if we go to Litecoin asset, so use a 30-day volume, take a fee 0.3%, then it goes all the way down to 0.1, make a fee 0%. So it's very, very low fees, a lot lower than you would expect, say in Exodus or in Coinbase transferring money across. So this might be a really good tip, guys, if you are transferring sort of big sums of money, hundreds, and you want to sell Litecoin to Bitcoin or Bitcoin to Ethereum or Ethereum to US dollar or whatever it is you're doing, this may be the best way. When I first viewed this website, and I even said it on my video the other day, this is too complicated for me, I don't understand it. I just needed a bit of time, and I needed to actually play with real money to actually see where it's at. And what I did today was I actually bought some Bitcoin when it was sort of up this end. I don't know if I got it right at the peak, and then it obviously dropped down, and obviously I hope that I transferred money, so I actually made money compared to how much Bitcoin I started off with. I've actually gained money. Now if you wanted to, you could sit there all day and do that and actually make money off it. Not that I'm suggesting you do that, obviously don't quit your job or lose your job over it, but to me, unless you actually understand it fully and you actually have not a respect, but like a very deep understanding into what's happening with the markets and the coins, which cryptocurrency seems very hard to determine why things change. It almost feels like you're literally just betting on red or black on the roulette. You're sort of literally looking, so say like this bit here, this is the next block to be made. You can see it's red at the minute. Is that just going to start shooting up? You know, I don't know. But the difference with this is, if I went to, say, Exodus, and my friend Nathan texts me, which he does, saying, oh, have you seen Litecoin's gone up? I have to do this at the minute. I have to go on here, refresh the page, go down, and I'll say, oh, Litecoin's $125. Oh yeah, I should buy some of that. But then it says here it's up 28%, but that's in the last 24 hours. It might have actually had a dip since then, and it's heading downwards. It's actually dipping, but all you see is the 28%. That's because it's $25 up from what it was yesterday. But it might be on a trend to go back down that way. This GDax, I feel, gives you a more in-depth look into what's happening in real time, which obviously, if you're sort of planning about mega money, is very important. So if you went to, say, the last 15 minutes of this, I can see in the last 15 minutes that the exchange between Litecoin and Bitcoin went up, and now it's starting to even out a bit. Whereas on this chart, I just think, oh, it's up 28%. So it's a bit not misleading, because that is right information, but it's, if you're looking at exchanging funds, I would look on this now and actually say, oh, actually it's sort of on a downward trend. Do I want to buy in that yet, or shall I wait until it's one of these green bars starts to go up? Then I'll, whatever. Obviously you want to sort of buy when the currency's low, because obviously when it goes up, that's when you're going to make your profit, and then sell them when they're at this high, and then they go low again, and then buy them again, and that's how you're going to make your money, buying and selling cryptocurrencies. If you're watching this and you know about stocks and shares and you know about trading, you're probably going to say, what a dickhead, this guy don't know what he's talking about. And to be honest, I've said from the beginning, I've only started using this today. So please take what I say, do your own research, really think about it before you jump in. But what I liked about this is that because it's so heavily tied with Coinbase, I sort of have that security that it is a secure platform. Whereas if I went to any other trading platform, I wouldn't know whether to trust it or not. I know I can just transfer the money back into Coinbase and then transfer it eventually, obviously, to my Exodus if I want to, which again I feel is safe. I can do it with a very small amount. I don't know what's the lowest you can do, but let's try it actually. I'm going to sell or buy, let's do Litecoin 0.00001. Oh no, it's not even worth any Bitcoin at all. Let's try it one more decimal. There we go. That's for 0.00001 of a Bitcoin. Let's see. Must be greater than 0.01 of a Litecoin, so you have to at least do, which in my calculations, because at the minute they're at 120, that's going to be about, if that was 50 quid, so that would be £1. I think that's about £1 in British money. It's about £1 worth. There we go, success. Oh, it's been filled already. So you saw that the last one actually took like a minute or two. That one was boom, instant. So that money has transferred over, and now I've got my Bitcoin, and it's barely cost me anything in transaction fees. So again, if you're looking to spend a decent chunk of money exchanging, rather than paying 20-30 quid through Exodus or one of the other wallets, do it through this way. You can transfer the money and then you can put it back into your Coinbase wallet without losing out on loads of fees. So I hope that's helped you guys. Please give any tips or advice that you may have in the comment section below, not just for me but anyone else that's watching this video. That's my very basic 24 hours with GDax. Please comment, like, and share this video if you feel that it may help someone else. I just feel like it gives you a really good real-time view on what's happening with the currencies at that point in time, not just looking at a a timestamp. I mean, this is a frozen view, so you have to keep refreshing it to actually get a live feed of what's going on. And the way cryptocurrencies work, I've seen things go from being -5. If I refresh that in a minute, it could be +2%. Whereas doing it through that way, you would see a lot of reds and a lot of highs and lows before that got to that point. But anyway, that's my view. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to this channel. There's a little button down here, I believe. I'm doing like my journey through cryptocurrency to see where I've started from and where I'm going to end up, obviously down the line, hopefully with a lot of money or a lot of coins. I'm actually investing into a ICO called Envian. I'm not sponsored or paid by them in any way at all. It's just that I believe at the minute mining is the key to accumulating as much cryptocurrency as possible without actually having to buy it. So I believe that this ICO really sort of spoke to me and where I feel that my money's best spent for the next 2-3 years. So that's where I'm going with that. Their ICO starts on the 15th of December, so that gives me a week. That's why I've got all that money in Exodus, because that's just waiting to transfer to them once they go live. But let me know what your thoughts are, if you've got any ICOs that you think are coming up that are worth me looking at. I get loads of messages every day now from people saying, Glenn, what do you think about this ICO? And I'm not actually a professional, and I generally as a whole don't actually know what I'm talking about. So please take what I say with a bit, a pinch of salt. I'm just trying to offer my views and opinions, and if you feel like, oh yeah, I actually understand what Glenn said and I'm going to look into that myself and I'm going to use it, then great. If you think, what's this guy going on about, go and do a bit more digging about, and maybe watch some other videos. That's not a very good thing to say, is it, for a YouTuber? Go and watch some other videos, but hey ho, I don't care. I just want you guys to get the best that you can, and the best information, so that you can make the best decision. So anyway, that's enough from me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, which will probably be Monday now, because I'm taking the kids out the weekend. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, all under the name BitGlen. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates on how my journey's getting on. See you later, guys. Bye.